Rachel Zegler is absolutely ruining Snow White. I don't know why they gave the role to someone who absolutely hates Snow White as a character and everything she stands for. Now, Snow White, at least the original, was a sweet and kind and innocent and cheerful type of person, right? And she just kind of wanted to help other people, and that was kind of her flaw as well, because she was so kind that sometimes she got into trouble because of it. Now, Rachel Zegler is pretty much hatred personified. This woman has literally gone on multiple interviews basically stating how she knows nothing about the show and has only watched it one time and hates it anyways because love is apparently stupid and every woman should be strong and independent and they shouldn't need no man.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. I just mean that it's no longer 1937 and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that
She's
is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. Reality is that the cartoon was made 85 years ago, and therefore it's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power.
Actually, no, the cartoon isn't really dated at all because the theme of love is still very prevalent in modern society and will probably be prevalent for years to come unless we turn into some AI NPC bots. But the problem is that genuineness and that wholesomeness is slowly getting sucked away by hateful demons such as yourself. Believe it or not, some of us men and women don't actually want a strong, independent female character to lead every single film and just hate on men all the time, because that's a bit repetitive and boring, especially in today's age where every single new TV show or movie comes out, there's some agenda needs to be shoved down there, shoved down your throat to make you feel like a horrible person. I don't know why it's so hard to believe, but some of us just want the original, wholesome love story. There's nothing really wrong with it because it was pure, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be saved by a man or wanting to be kissed by a handsome prince or something like that. It's actually a very sweet dream. I don't know why it's being vilified nowadays. Now, last time we went over like the casting of Snow White and how Snow White wasn't really white because it's Rachel Zegler, and the 7 dwarves weren't dwarves either. There were some 6 feet tall mother flippers, okay? None of it actually made sense. So you'd think because of that, people would actually hate the movie itself, right? Not really any of the actors taking part because they're just doing their job. Well, not really, because people really hate Rachel Zegler way more than they actually hate Snow White, the movie, because of some of the interviews she's going around giving and just absolutely alienating every single original fan of Snow White. In fact, Rachel Zegler can't even post to her YouTube channel. She actually recently posted like 12 days ago like a music video, and it has 1,000 likes and 4,000 dislikes. The 25% like ratio, which is absolutely abysmal if you have no idea how that goes. And it's a video completely unrelated to Snow White. People are just really pissed because of her yapping all day, every day.
I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess. I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Oh wow, you work so hard. She's pulling 18-hour shifts a day, guys, every single day of the year, filming for 18 hours a day in that absolutely horrid dress. I would compare this to the coal mines, actually. Working 18 hours one day is absolutely nothing if you're vacationing half the goddamn year. Do you think we're stupid? Do you think we don't know how an actor's job works? Especially if you're filming one goddamn movie, you're probably working for a couple months, and the rest of the year, you're flipping going on vacations. That's how an actor's job works. Don't pretend like it's hard. How are you so oblivious of your position and completely out of touch that you're comparing yourself to underpaid workers? Amazing. She is actually getting paid millions of dollars to play the role of Snow White, right? And she's participating in these Hollywood writer strikes as if she's the one not getting paid enough, not understanding the purpose of these strikes at all. You realize that these strikes are not for your overpaid ass, okay? These are for the writers who are not getting fairly compensated for their work, the people who create these plots and wonderful stories and are getting paid pennies compared to people who just act in them. It's literally for the underpaid writers who are getting scammed out of their work, and maybe some underpaid actors as well, not people like you earning millions of dollars for one role. This actual delusional narcissist thought that the strikes were for her so that she could be earning $5 million instead of $2 million. Talk about incredibly entitled. Holy shit, I don't know how you could possibly make that situation about yourself. Insanity. You have this one role that you're making absolute bank off of, so more than some actors make in their entire goddamn lives, and you're not even, you know, trying to fight for the source material like some actual respected actors like Henry Cavill fighting for The Witcher being represented properly in the shows, and he actually left the show just to stand by his message there. And then there's people like you who are comfortable completely changing it and still calling it Snow White.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Evidently
there's a big
so.
focus on her love story. With a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time. Cast a guy in the movie.
Right.
Andrew Burnap, great dude. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
What a weird way to interpret such a classical story. I'm trying to think back, because, like, I'm not a huge Snow White fan or anything like that. Obviously not my taste. I assume it was for younger girls, maybe. Maybe some guys liked it as well, but probably targeted at younger girls, right? And I maybe watched it, like, one time or something, because it was a classic, right? You gotta watch all the classics. And I don't think I interpreted the prince as a stalker. I think Snow White was actually in love with him, right? So don't think it would be considered stalker behavior. Also, wasn't Snow White literally dead? Like, basically she wouldn't wake up, right? She was unconscious, and the only way to get her out of that was for the prince to come and kiss her, right? And obviously Rachel Zegler, the type of person to interpret that as frictional assault or something like that. She would much rather Snow White just die, apparently. In the modern context of, oh wow, don't touch her while she's sleeping, like, everybody gets that, okay? Obviously that's a little bit weird. It's not meant to be taken literally, okay? Even if you watch any of the popular sort of folk tales nowadays, like the Ghibli films, right? There's Howl's Moving Castle, where there's literally a castle that's moving. There's a young girl who gets turned into an old lady, and then he's falling in love with this random guy who's also like a bird. Is it promoting bestiality? No, okay, that you're not meant to be taking these folk tales seriously, because that's something some absolutely hateful brain dead person would do.
But it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful. And whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows, guys? I might just talk to the directors and producers and turn the show into an even bigger steaming pile of crap. If you want to make a girl boss show with, like, strong females and whatever, nobody's stopping you. Everybody's doing it. They're just not, you know, rehashing previous established stories and changing the entire context behind them. I mean, a lot of people are doing that as well, but, you know, they're getting hate on as well. Basically, don't use the name of Snow White and tarnish that beloved memory. It's like the Velma thing from Scooby-Doo. It's ruining everything. I'm half expecting to see Kung Fu Panda, played by Rachel Zegler over here. I don't know how that's gonna work, but they'll find a way, you know? I don't know what they're doing. Ruining everything I like, man. I don't like this. Anyways, click this video before I get even mad and my head explodes. Bye-bye.